Time now for the Morning Rush.
And we start with Chris Gilson.
Next big weather maker are going to be those chilly temperatures that you're going to be feeling throughout the day today. Cold to start, and it will be a chilly afternoon with temperatures in the 50s and 60s. We'll start to slowly warm things up a bit as we head into Saturday and Sunday.
As you get ready to head out the door, we're following the day's top local stories, and we'll start with Fernanda Lopez live in Albuquerque. Fernanda?
Overnight, rescuers pulled at least one person stuck in a storm drain here on Eubank near Candelaria. Now, rescuers responded around 12:30 this morning. Police say the person rescued told them he had been hanging out in the drainage system and started yelling when he couldn't get out. Police tell us an officer in the area heard the man's screams. Albuquerque fire crews were able to pull that person out several hours ago. He was taken to UNM Hospital to be checked out. Now, as a precaution, crews were also looking for two more people who may have also been stuck inside the drainage system. No word on whether anyone else was found. Sarah.
This morning, the community is stepping up in a big way to help a Rio Rancho football player recovering from a devastating injury. Sophomore JT Gallegos didn't know that when he stepped onto the field during their game against Volcano Vista in September, his life would be changed completely. Gallegos was paralyzed for 4.5 hours. That hit in the game led doctors to discover that his C1 and C2 vertebrae had grown in an odd way. He can now walk, but in the meantime, residents are now raising money for his surgery through GoFundMe. We've posted a link on KRQE.com.
Today, the teen accused of causing a deadly crash in a stolen Jeep is due to appear before a judge. We're expected to find out if he'll be held behind bars until trial. Last weekend, police say a group of teens and a 12-year-old in a stolen car crashed into another car at Eubank and Manal, killing 23-year-old DeMarcus Blea. They say 18-year-old Dominic Rougemont admitted fault to stealing the car and causing the crash. We'll let you know what happens.
On to new details now. Nearly 2,800 documents related to the 1963 assassination of President John F. Kennedy are now public, but hundreds more were withheld at the request of agencies like the CIA and the FBI over national security concerns. Some of the documents detail the U.S. government's efforts overthrown the Castro regime in the 60s and 70s. Others mention shooter Lee Harvey Oswald's trips to Mexico City and to New Orleans.
A budget resolution now heads to President Trump's desk. It's legislation passed by the House. It's clearing the way for the path for Congress to fast-track tax reform legislation. That vote was 216 to 212, with 20 Republicans joining Democrats in opposing the measure, and it's already been passed by the Senate. The White House says it sets the stage to give economic relief to Americans in the form of tax cuts and tax reform.
In the meantime, the president is one step closer to building his much-promised border wall. Yesterday was a deadline for contractors to finish building their prototypes. 8 massive walls are now in the running, with each costing between $300,000 to $500,000. It remains to be seen whether Congress will approve the $1.6 billion needed to start building the new wall.
Today, the TSA is expected to announce new carry-on procedures at the Albuquerque International Sunport. Officials are set to highlight what passengers can expect when going through security screening moving forward. TSA says the new procedures will be implemented at every airport nationwide in the coming weeks and months, and we will, of course, let you know what happens. Chris?
Metro Thread Index today up to a 7 because of the cold temperatures that we have. The wind that we had overnight is coming down right now, may last for another few hours, and then it's just going to be chilly throughout the afternoon.
Parents, teachers, and schools are now debating whether or not homework is beneficial for young students. And an expert, of course, weighing in, saying studies show that even small amounts of homework help kids do better on tests and shape their time management and organizational skills. But he says that moderation is key. Some public schools across the country have already started banning homework for certain grade levels.
On to a new study shows food allergies are on the rise for adults. Almost half of those surveyed developed one or more food allergies as an adult. The most common food allergy among adults is shellfish, followed by tree nuts.
If you're looking to switch careers, you may want to head to space. SpaceX was named one of the best employers in the technology sector, according to a survey by online jobs marketplace called Hired. Google, Tesla, Shopify, they also topped the list. Notably missing from the top 10, Amazon and Uber.
All right, time for a look at the morning traffic, and so far no incidents to tell you about, just some minor slowdowns around the Big I and I-40 and also near Paseo and I-25. We'll keep you updated throughout the morning.
Cleanup is underway this morning after an 18th century landmark was vandalized. Here you can see a man dump loads of red dye into the waters of Rome's Trevi Fountain. It's one of Italy's top tourist attractions. Slowly, the main pool begins to turn red. The man was taken away by authorities shortly after this. It was also the spot where actress Anita Ekberg famously frolicked in the 1960s film La Dolce Vita.
By the end of January, Walmart will have shelf-scanning robots in more than 50 U.S. stores. The 2-foot-long robots have a camera that scans aisles to look for out-of-stock items or incorrect prices. Walmart says the robots are more efficient than human employees and 3 times quicker at the same task. But the retail giant says robots will not replace human workers or employee headcount. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Pretty interesting.
Time for the 5 facts on this Friday morning.
And we'll start at number 5. Albuquerque's Route 66 and historic Metro Motel and even the Route 66 Cafe are getting some worldwide attention this morning for appearing in a music video at the top of the charts. They're all featured in pop star BB Rexha's video that features country music Florida Georgia Line. The owner of Grandview says they hope that the singers mention Albuquerque.
Number 4 now. One New Mexico school is under fire this morning after officials suspended an 8th grader for her nerd costume. Ashlyn Bloomer went all out, dressing up for Nerd Day at PR Leyva Middle School in Carlsbad. Then the principal told her that her shorts were too short, even though she had leggings underneath. Ashlyn was put into in-school suspension without her mom knowing. A lot of parents then took to Facebook. News 13 asked for a copy of the school's dress code. We've yet to receive one.
At number 3 this morning, APD trying to let the public know about its reform efforts through a new website. The department has launched apdreform.com, which is full of summaries the department wrote about how it thinks it's navigating the DOJ reforms. The site's also full of court documents filed by the DOJ and the Independent Monitor, some of which are very critical of APD. If you would like to see it for yourself, we put up a link on our website, KRQE.com.
Number 2 now. A deputy who fired shots at a suspect earlier this week is on standard admin leave this morning. We've learned he's no stranger to firing his gun on the job. BCSO says Deputy Charles Coggins was confronting J.C. Perales, who at the time was a suspect in a knife assault on a mail carrier. Coggins says he was chasing the suspect when the man pulled a gun. That's when Coggins fired 5 shots. The suspect was not hit, and he dropped what turned out to be a BB gun. This is Deputy Coggins' 4th shooting in the line of duty.
All right, it is cold out there this morning, so bundle up. Temperatures today are not going to move much at all. We're going to see the sunshine, but it's going to stay chilly. High temperatures only into low to mid 50s for this afternoon. We could start out around freezing here in Albuquerque tomorrow morning before temperatures slowly warm for Saturday and Sunday.